What's up, everybody? My name is Drew.
And my name is Roosevelt.
And welcome to Transit Live. Woo! Thank you for joining us today, guys. If you are watching online, which is the only way to view it right now, I want you to go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and smash that notification bell so you can be notified when we are going to be on screen doing really fun, cool stuff.
And if you guys don't know what Transit is about, Transit is all about inspiring and equipping you guys to help discover and pursue a faith of your own. Transit is for you, your friends, and their friends. And we are just so happy that you guys are with us today.
And if it is your first time or you're still pretty new here, we would love to get to know you more. So there's going to be a phone number on the screen and in the description and a link for you guys to follow to send us your name, your grade, and your gender so we can so we can get you paired with who is going to be in like a similar place in life as you guys are. And we're going to send you a $5 gift card to anywhere you like.
Guys, I know you guys have been tuned in to the Not So Summer Olympics, and this week we have a brand new challenge with brand new contestants, and it's going to be even more fun and crazier than last week. So you guys tune in to the Not So Summer Olympics.
Welcome to another week of the Not So Summer Olympics. Today I have with me Sydney and Maceo. Say hello.
Hi.
Guten Tag.
So guys, today we are doing a challenge called the Outing Challenge. Each one of our contestants here has a mask and gloves in front of them. They're going to see how long it takes them to put them on. They will be timing themselves, and the one with the least amount of time to get ready to go on an outing wins. Are you guys ready?
No.
I am ready.
All right, well, it does not matter if you're ready or not because Maceo is going first. Are you ready, Maceo?
Yes.
Go.
Oh, you didn't get, wait, whoa. Whoa. He didn't give me no countdown or nothing. He just,
Okay,
all right, ready to go.
All right.
Okay.
Reset it. All right, you ready?
Okay, wait, I gotta fold it back in half. It has to be right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So first, right, you wanna get it into a, why is it so funky?
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Then you wanna, I got big hands, this is gonna be. How did it break?
You okay?
I couldn't find where I put my hand through it. Bro, these are... My hands are in every hole.
Stop the timer when you're done. 34 seconds and 34.45 seconds. All right, Maceo.
I don't think these gloves are regulations because they're not the same
They
size as my hand.
absolutely are regulation because
Look at this,
I don't
my
know
hand
why.
can't breathe in this.
You know what? They are regulation, okay? It's fine, okay? Come on. Sydney, are you ready?
Yes.
We're gonna reset the timer.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. See, she's much quieter.
It doesn't fit.
You see? When I talk to myself, I'm giving myself instructions. She needs to talk. She put on my gloves. She's struggling. Oh, man.
Don't make her laugh. Stop
Oh,
it.
man. I'm
You're
just saying
cheating.
The
You're
time,
cheating right now.
The time is going up as we speak. You see? You see it's struggling, ain't it? Oh, Pinky getting caught up. Oh, you want a little bit fast. I need you to slow down, mess up. Just mess up a little bit.
Shut up.
Mess up a little bit. Just mess up a little bit.
32.69 seconds. Sydney, we're gonna have you draw a name out of the girls' cup. So go ahead and
my
grab
God.
a name.
It's so sweaty.
Let's see who it is.
Madison Trojan.
All right, Madison Trojan. You are going to be getting a dozen donuts delivered to your house today.
Right now.
That's my line. Thank you. Today. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another round of the Not So Summer Olympics.
The Not So
We will see
Summer
you
Olympics.
next week.
Okay, Drew. The only reason that I lost that game were the gloves were too small for my hands.
Right,
So
right.
therefore it messed up my time.
Right. Or you just got wrecked, which is very likely. So we're heading into the series, Into the Unknown, and I really want you guys to listen to this one because it's all about, things that we're unsure of or things that we're uncomfortable with, which happen every day in our lives, no matter how old you are. So go ahead and give your attention to this message.
Hey guys, my name is Stu. I hope you guys are doing great today. I want to start off with a question. Do you guys ever worry about the future? Well, we grew up worrying about the future so much that we resorted to the worst fortune teller of all time, this toy called the Magic 8 Ball. That's right, this piece of plastic, we would ask it questions and it has this little die in there that would give us the answers. Like we would ask it, hey, are we gonna have taco salad for lunch today, please? Am I gonna make the basketball team? Is Georgia ever gonna win the national championship? Uh-oh, the outlook does not look good. I know, this is the silliest thing in the world, but we would worry about the future, and I know, personally for me, that I would worry about things that were coming up in the future. I would worry about school and tests that I would have. I would always worry that I was gonna fail a test. If I had a concert coming up because I played the violin, I would always worry that no matter how much I knew my part, no matter how much I practiced, that when the lights came on and I was standing on stage, that I would forget my entire part. I even worried about things that I had no business worrying about. Things that are fun, like going to a party. I would worry, am I dressed the right way? Are my friends gonna be there? Now, maybe you don't worry. You're someone, you kind of look at the future and you're like, it's all gonna be okay. But maybe right now in this season, when this future seems so uncertain, maybe you're finding yourself worrying a little bit more than normal. Like, what will school be like when you go back? When will you go back? Will your friends be there? Will you still even have the same friends? Will you be able to give them a high five, or you're still gonna be social distancing at that time? Well, maybe it's not even school that you're worried about, but at home, your mom or dad have lost their job and the future of your family seems so uncertain. Or maybe it's a relative or a friend and they're sick and you're worried about their future as well. You see, the future has a way of causing us to worry because it seems so uncertain and outside of our control. But the amazing news that we want to remind you about today is the future is not outside of God's control. And yes, we're human, and yes, we're gonna worry from time to time. But even as we face an uncertain future, we can experience peace and hope and confidence even today. But how do we do that? I keep seeing these signs on the side of the road that say, everything's gonna be okay. But how do we know? How can we experience that today? Well, for the last couple of weeks, we've been in this series called Into the Unknown, and we've been studying the life of Joshua. Joshua is leading God's people, and they're headed toward this land that God has promised them and been promising them for years. And they're almost to the promised land when there's something in the way, the Jordan River. And this is not like a small little lazy river at your local water park. No. This river is overflowing. It's like class 5 rapids. There's no way for them to get across. But then God comes to Joshua and tells Joshua that he's gonna do a miracle through him. So Joshua gathers 12 men together, 12 priests, to pick up the Ark of the Covenant. And the entire nation of Israel is told to follow closely behind. And these men head straight towards this crazy, raging Jordan River. And the minute that they step in, a miracle happens. The waters begin to recede and the waters part, and the entire nation of Israel crosses over the Jordan River on dry riverbed, and they go into the promised land. And if it was you and me, we'd probably be running and doing our best end zone dance and never look back. But God stops them because God wants to do something so important right here so that they would never forget the miracle that he did. Here's what God did. Each of you is to take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of tribes of the Israelites, to serve as a sign among you in the future when your children ask you, what do these stones mean? Tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. You see, God knew that in the future, the Israelites would be facing a time that seemed uncertain. And they would wonder, can God be trusted? And see, we all forget sometimes that God is faithful. And so what God wanted them to do is to have something, a memorial, to look back on and remember. Oh yeah, God helped us get across the Jordan River. Of course he can be trusted with our future. You see, that's the lesson for you and me today. When facing doubts about our future, turn and remember of what God has done in our past. And there's a whole bunch of different ways that we can do that, but I'm just gonna give you 2 ways. The first is to reflect. Think back on a time where God has shown up in your life. Maybe it was a prayer request he answered for you. Maybe it was a time in your life when you just felt super close to God. Maybe it was at our transit camp. I would challenge you to talk to God about that memory and invite God into that moment. The other thing you can do is to read your Bible. I know, when I was in middle school, I thought the Bible was just an old, dusty book, but the Bible's amazing. It's story after story after story of God's incredible faithfulness to you and to me. And if you don't know where to begin, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, wow, it's the 4 accounts of Jesus' life. It's incredible. And it talks about God's incredible faithfulness to you and me through his son. And ultimately what we're doing when you reflect and when you read, what you're doing is you're inviting God into your worry. You're inviting God into your concerns. And when you invite God into your worry, what ultimately happens is he begins to replace that with peace and with hope and with confidence. And I don't know about you, that sounds amazing. So as you go to small group, I want to challenge you just to open up about the things that you're worried about. We're so thankful for you. Your small group leaders can't wait to see you on your Zoom calls, and we'll see you guys next week.
Well, guys, I just love that message, and I love when he said, just always make sure to look back and reflect on what God has done for you in the past so that he can give you that confidence and love in the future. And even for me, myself, I had to use this in my transition from middle school to high school because I was going into the unknown and I was scared and I was afraid to make that big step. But I thought back and I just remember what God did for me when I made my transition from elementary school to middle school and how he just continued to show me that PHC, the peace, hope, and confidence that he gave me. And like I said, that was for me, but I don't know what that is for you guys. And I just would love for you guys to get to talk about this more in your small groups and get to show that PHC in your small groups. And I challenge you guys to open up about your worries to your small group leaders, to God, so therefore he can help you in this time of unknown that you guys are feeling right now.
And if you haven't been with us before or you don't know where you're going for small groups, go ahead and either text the number that's on the screen or it's going to be in the description below, or there might be a link as well. And let us know your name, your grade, and your gender so we can pair you up with the people that are going to be in a similar place in life. But thank you so much to all of you for tuning in to this week's Transit Live.